Welcome to Movie the
Uh,
Podcast. That's right, Movie the Podcast. We did it. We hit our stretch goals. We made it the entire year, chaining everything together. And
we did our stretch goals and we also stretched some holes.
we
You know what I'm talking
no
about.
holes were stretched.
Mostly our own.
Yeah.
That's true.
I've never stretched
Yeah.
nothing my entire life.
Your waistband.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
So we finished up with
Oh,
Firepower, a movie
yeah. A
starring
movie that,
people.
oddly enough, doesn't have a lot of
Oh,
firepower.
it does at the end. Like I was,
Well, it also
like
does in
I
the
sat,
very
I sat
beginning.
there at like the very end of the movie, like it had like three-quarters of the movie. I'm like, when are we getting to the firepower factory? And then a man drives a fucking killdozer through 7 rooms of a home. Like it is,
Like, why couldn't that have been the whole movie?
I
bro,
know.
Like him just
Yeah.
driving
This
in, like, if through different countries, different settings, just in a bulldozer,
I
just
am like,
driving through houses.
I'm gonna just put it out there. This movie is so wildly inconsistent. It's gonna be incredibly hard to
I
rate
had to
because
watch it twice.
the
Oh
bulldozer
God!
thing is great. The fucking explosion in the beginning, like apropos of nothing. Like the guy's like, "Hi, honey, see you later," and then they walk into an office, and then
He gets he ADRs his way away from his wife, and then
He gives a suspicious look back because he thinks his brother's gonna bang his wife. Maybe.
and then he opens a manila envelope which creates the explosion from that one scene in Die Hard. Like also Sophia
That looked like the videos of like 9/11, where
yeah.
like the explosion blew out the whole floor. Like, I don't know that you could fit that much explosives into a tiny manila envelope.
Also, I'm gonna warn our listeners at home.
uh
Sophia Loren's character is so infuriating. She has my misogyny flaring up. So when I'm describing her in this movie, it will not be kind. Um, the heads up, I guess. But yeah, I kind of like I had to watch this movie twice, and I think I don't know how to rate it because
also I apologize to everybody on the show because this movie is shockingly trapped on VHS, possibly DVD, because this thing was in like 480p that we had to watch.
yeah,
The thing
it's
that
on
rough.
Tubi, it's on Amazon Prime.
the thing that made me maybe the most angry about it is that there's no intro credits and no post credits.
Yeah,
So
nothing.
like the whole movie, like it said an hour 39. I was like, oh, there'll be like 5 minutes of like little intro shit and
Nope.
5 minutes at the nope. There's like a minute of credits at the end and it starts right off with a car pulling up.
Yeah.
Well, you know it's weird.
Dogs.
Like,
I don't think it is on Prime because I went to watch it on Prime because I was trying to watch it in a different room, and there's another movie that I think is from like 1994-ish that is
No, that's
also
not-
called
that's- I
Firepower
watched
that's
it-
on there for
I
free.
watched it on Prime.
Oh, did you?
Twice.
Well,
I
fuck.
saw something another movie called Firepower from like '83 too.
Now,
Yeah, there's like 3 to 4
I
different
have
Prime
accidentally subscribed to everything on Prime, so I could be saying like the wrong thing. Like it might be like part of Paramount or something.
According
But
to
I
the
definitely-
podcasts I listen to, you need to get Rocket Money. So you
According
can
to-
stop,
yeah.
so you can unsubscribe.
That's true.
But it let me watch Firepower. It's on Tubi as well. So
Hell yeah.
it's
It is.
it's this movie. It's brought to you by the
was
same man.
Was the quality of the visual quality, the fidelity, was that any better?
I
wouldn't know.
I mean, it was
He
good
didn't-
enough.
He didn't
Like,
see it on.
It looks like it looks like a Cinemax movie that they cut all the nudity out of. Is basically what
Yeah.
certainly it's
I-
definitely
I didn't
not in
think-
Letterbox. It is in TV.
No, it's in a weird like square. Well, you know what we said last week that the Sentinel, or last episode, the Sentinel was like a TV movie, and this is like a TV movie too in a weird way. Because like Alex said, no intro outros, editing's all over the place, and it's in this weird square aspect ratio.
I think
I felt like I was
It's also-
watching my.
It's plotted as if it
1990
were an entire season of television
Oh,
mashed into one movie.
I told TJ, I was like, this is the El Mariachi to Burn Notice's Desperado. Even though I've never seen an episode of Burn Notice, I assume that's what it's about.
I would guess.
It's just
I would
like
guess, yeah. I would,
mild espionage. What's that?
I would say you're right, even though I've never seen it either. Based on commercials while watching other USA
Raw.
shows.
Raw.
Like,
So the Burn Notice people are kind of attractive in that show.
Yeah.
And this is like everybody's just
Talk about
that
a
weird
guy that
70s
looks
uggo.
weird. Talk about a guy that looked really weird young and then kind of aged into looking better looking. Like James Coburn at the end of his life looked a lot more handsome than he did in this thing.
He's not young in
He's
this
got
movie.
a face that
50
requires a
in this
beard, and he
movie.
doesn't have it in this movie, and that's part of the
Yeah.
problem.
Everyone,
like,
everyone in this movie's
he
old
also
as
had-
fuck.
James Coburn has this at least 2 times in the movie he does this like smile to the camera, and it's like this crypt keeper smile. It's like what, and it holds on him for too long, like a Tim and Eric sketch. It's like what the fuck is going on with this movie?
I have a wild
Anyway.
take that I think only maybe TJ will. Does James Coburn look like if our friend's father OT and you God from the Wu-Tang Clan had a child? Because that's all I can see.
Yes, I agree. All right, we'll get into it. We obviously have a lot to talk about with Firepower. But what did you all watch this week? Alec.
I watched 4 things.
Poor thing.
More things.
3 Tubi movies and 1 real movie.
Tubi movie.
The Tubi movies are one is not, it's like not even a movie. It's so bad. It's like
Like Shark Exorcist.
yeah, it's like that level of like filmmaking. And like I feel bad because like the woman produced it, wrote it, directed it, starred in it. She did everything, and it's fucking awful. It's called Suspicious Leah, where she's like a security guard. This woman is a security guard in a weird apartment complex, and all these like petty thefts start happening. The whole reason we watched it is we keep getting these clips on TikTok of like people like roasting scenes in Tubi movies.
Oh, I've seen a couple of those.
And this is the one. Have you seen the one where the people get hit with a broom and like die?
Yes.
This movie.
Did you see the one clip where like it's this woman that she shoots this guy and the sound effects are like 10 seconds late?
It's like,
And then there's this little kid. There's little kid's like, I'm just a kid, and then she shoots the kid.
yeah, we watched that too. That's the next thing I'm going to talk about.
Yes.
But Suspicious Leah sucks. We watched a movie called Malibu Shark Attack,
Oh fuck yeah!
where a tsunami in Malibu floods everything, and the earthquake that caused the tsunami releases goblin sharks from
Hell yeah.
ancient goblin sharks from underwater somewheres. It stars Peta Wilson, if anybody remembers La Femme Nikita.
Oh yeah.
And she's bad. And it's bad. It makes no sense. Like, I don't know how familiar you guys are with tsunamis, but like
Not particularly.
a big flood happens, but then all the water recedes. Like, it's a huge wave that rushes inland. It doesn't stay there. But this movie thinks it does. Like all of Malibu is flooded in like 10 feet of water for like the entire movie. But at some points they can walk in it, and at some points it's like so deep that they have to swim like several feet to the bottom of the ocean to get stuff that they drop. It's wildly inaccurate. Shocker, I know. And it's terrible. The CGI is awful. Everybody's awful in it. It's awful, and I feel awful for watching it.
God damn.
The last Tubi movie we watched is called Please. The one TJ was talking about with the gun.
Hell yeah.
A woman and her fiance who wants to marry her. It turns out he has like a secret family, and she's the side piece, but she doesn't know it. She goes,
we've all been there,
insane, and starts like dating all these men, and every time they wrong her, she like chains them up in her basement, and like a Saw movie.
Sounds amazing.
It's really fucking dumb, but it's like super graphic at some points too. It shows her literally cut a guy's dick off. And then she holds it in front of him laughing in his face. Oh, it's so tiny. Like smacking him with it.
That sounds amazing.
Another gentleman who she finds out was molesting his girlfriend's daughter. She violates him with a mop handle. And it's pretty graphic. It's pretty awful. I mean, it's awful that he I mean, it's all fake, but it's all the
Yeah.
And this just floating out there on Tubi, like
yeah,
just
it's called
like
Please with an exclamation point. It's fucking wild. And then at the end, she dresses like a janitor in like a hospital.
Hmm.
Her original boyfriend and his family, the wife, a baby, and a child, come across her. She's like blocking their way, and they're like, "Excuse me, can you move, bitch?" And she's like, "I ain't no bitch." She whips her out with a gun, shoots them all except the baby, including like a 5-year-old kid. Like blows
Nice.
Yeah,
them all away.
Wow.
that's the I'm a kid scene.
Yeah, blows them all away. Takes the baby for herself and starts a new
Oh my-
life somewhere else.
And you guys have to understand that, like, literally, like, this movie looks like, I mean, it's like zero budget filmmaking, right? Like, she shoots the gun, and obviously they don't have like real muzzle flares, so it's like inserted, like, Premiere Cut, like, plug-in effect of the gun exploding, the muzzle fire. And then like the gunfire sound effect, it's like it was all like it was like buffering because it's just like the gun clicks back and then it goes bang. Like
Yeah,
it's
like the
like
bodies are on the
amazing.
ground bleeding, and then it's like bang, bang. It's fucking wild. But like that movie was actually enjoyable. It's fucking nuts, but like it's nuts in like the good way Tubi movies are nuts.
It sounds good.
The last thing I watched was Wake Up Dead Man.
That sounds
That's the
familiar.
new
The new Knives
the new
Out.
Knives Out movie.
Oh, that's right. With what's his name?
Foghorn
Craig.
Leghorn.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn.
I thought it was pretty good. I liked the first one. I did not care for the second one, but I thought
Glass
this one
Onion
was
was
pretty good.
not good. I like the first one.
Yeah, Glass Onion's pretty flat.
I
But it
thought
won
this
you
one was
back.
pretty good. It's got Josh Brolin, Glenn Close. I can't remember the guy's name from Wings who played the mechanic.
Love take me down to the
Oh,
streets.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Nobody sings that song. Yeah, Thomas Hayden Church.
Mhm.
Who else is in it?
The only THC you need.
Mila Kunis is in it. Terry Washington, like some other people that I recognize but didn't know their names. The guy who's actually the lead, aside from Daniel Craig, is actually really good, and I've never seen him in anything before. I thought he was really good in this. I can't remember his name. I thought it was enjoyable. It was a good whodunit.
Is it still Ryan Johnson making
Yes.
these things?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
It's like his. It's like his.
like passion project.
Yeah, it's like his baby.
I mean, he's able to.
Because he doesn't get to make his Star Wars trilogy anymore.
He's always able to pull like silly casts. Like he gets like big names to do these things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess actors must love working with him because, like, I don't know, a lot of the movies seem to get blasted, but people must like working with him.
And I don't know, people general. I feel like most of those. I think all the Knives Out movies have been pretty well reviewed.
Yeah,
except for me.
I guess I'm just thinking of the Last Jedi. Nobody likes the Last Jedi.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
likes that. Well,
I mean, and
some idiot.
people were lukewarm on Glass Onion too, but that's like because it is not.
But the
very
first
well
one,
done.
I feel like
The
one
first
people
Knives Out's
really
pretty
liked.
good. Like I like
Yeah,
that movie.
I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the idea of Foghorn Leghorn just straight up traveled the
I mean, I
world,
liked it.
solving mysteries.
I like Daniel Craig. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Other than that, I just watched a lot of TV. I'm rewatching Superstore, which I fucking love.
Nice.
Superstore is a lot of fun. I think Sean watched it back when he used
We
to work
lost
retail.
Sean. I don't know where he went.
Oh, well, I guess he won't be commenting on it then.
He's not in the chat.
But it's a blast. Especially if you worked retail, I'd recognize all the stupid bullshit that happens in the show is also what happens IRL.
I haven't seen that show, but I want to watch. I somehow in my algorithm I caught like it was like clips of I guess someone on the show who's maybe their manager and she's kind of a pain, but it was like they were like every Halloween episode where so and so dresses like a sexy cop and everyone just keeps staring at her boobs. Like I don't
Yes.
know what.
She does like the Ron Swanson thing. She's like, "This is my Halloween costume." She wears the same thing every year, like an ill-fitting, inappropriate, sexy cop costume. The show's pretty funny. Like, what's his name? Mark McKean's at it. He's fucking great. It's a good ensemble.
America Ferrera.
Yeah, and a bunch of people that I have no idea what their names are. Ike
Yeah,
Barrett,
it's like in the one
brother.
guy from Mad Men's on it that he was like the writer guy, wasn't he?
I never
Yeah.
watched Mad Men.
Ah,
So maybe.
yeah,
Um,
anything's
I'll
possible.
say yes.
yeah. Uh, that's about it. I can't think of it. Oh, we watched. I don't know if I talked about it last week. We watched season 2 of The Last of Us, and it fucking rocks.
Oh yeah,
That came out
you're the
like
first
last. That
person
came
to
out like
say
last.
anything good
That
about
came
it.
out like last
I
winter. But
Everybody's complaining about season
oh,
2.
really? I thought it was good. I thought it was just good. I don't. I
I,
mean, it's probably not as good as season 1, but it's. I thought it was
yeah,
still pretty good. Like season 1, that is fucking excellent.
Did you
I
play the
didn't.
games, Alec?
I did not.
Okay. I think that's
So
most of
good.
the people's criticism is like, because
Yeah,
making Last of Us 2 into a show is very hard because part
yeah.
of the way that that game works is you have to actually align with perspectives you don't want to align with and be them. And that's hard to do from like an observing
Also,
standpoint in the show.
it'd be a real. It'd be a. I mean, it would be it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that a lot of
Yeah.
people. Again, I haven't watched it, but I think a lot of people were complaining about they changed the story, but I think they have intentions of making like a season 3 and a season 4, and it's like, well, yeah, you're gonna have to change the story if you want to do that. So I don't know. You know how people are. I haven't.
Yeah. Well, because if they
If
don't
you
change the
change,
story, it's going to end up being a Handmaid's Tale thing where, like, oh, we've outrun the source material by
oh
three
yeah,
seasons and it doesn't work.
Yeah, we never finished. Like I liked that show, Handmaid's Tale, for a while, but like we are probably 2 or 3 seasons behind. I never finished it. It just got. It
I
kind of
get,
had the same thing problem with Breaking Bad with me. It just got kind of boring and repetitive, and every
on the plus
time.
side, you might get to live it.
Yeah. Well, that was the
Well,
thing.
yeah,
That, I
for
mean,
real.
Jenny and I fell off of watching Handmaid's Tale because it was like everything's bad already in real life. I don't want to escape to the world of it's slightly worse than right now.
I read the book when I was young and homosexual, so I remember liking the book.
the book's good,
Yeah, I
but
like
the
the
book is
book.
kind of perfect because it just ends and
If,
doesn't
if I
like.
remember correctly, the book isn't like very long.
Now it's
No,
like
Pretty
the
quick.
200
book's like,
pages, maybe. It's not a
yeah,
long.
200
Yeah.
It's
pages,
not a long
but
read.
it ends with a far future coda where we've transcended the bullshit
Right,
and they're
right.
talking
Yeah.
about it in a museum, which is
Yeah,
at least sort of
yeah,
hopeful.
I don't give a shit about that. We'll all be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best far-flung coda is in the Forever War. Have you read that, Nate?
No, I haven't.
First of all, amazing book. Sean's read it. I think Sean and I have talked about this book before. But it
Yeah,
has
they
this.
solved the
It has.
population crisis by making everybody gay.
Oh,
Okay.
So basically,
so
in
it's
the
basically
Forever
like the
War,
episode
they've
of South
like,
Park with the man pile.
yeah. Well, it's funny because like it's like when I think that book came out in like the '60s. So like in a way, like the writer's trying to be like really progressive. Like it's just very misguided because like the guy like basically goes into like a time hole and he comes like hundreds of years in the future and everybody's gay and then he goes back and they're like, oh, we changed our mind about that. It's just like, I don't know. It's very fun.
There's an illustrated set of graphic novels of it too that I don't know if it
Oh
was
yeah,
Mobius, but it's some
it's
Euro
very
artist that's
similar.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what like the blobs, right? The aliens and
Yeah.
like they have like mech suits. Yeah, that book fucking rules, by the way. That's a good book.
Short too. The first one is anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
one thing I forgot to talk about last week. We watched Spinal Tap 2.
Ah,
Oh,
mhm.
I watched that.
How
Did
was
not
it?
think it was very good. Well, I'll tell you what. The best joke in the whole movie comes over the end credits. If that's any indication of how good it was, it's
Yeah, it
not good.
wasn't very good. It was
The
not.
best joke in the movie. He's talking about Bruce Springsteen's autobiography. I am Springsteen going on Spleventine. And
I didn't
I
even
almost
hear
fell
that.
off the couch. I was laughing so hard at that.
I don't
And I
think
was
I
like,
don't even
why
I
is
don't think
that like an hour and 20 minutes into the movie?
I mean, there was a couple of good little jokes. Like, see, I think like the stuff that I find funny, it's not gonna land. But like that whole part where they get into Nigel's fucking pedal board, and he's like, "What the hell's this do?" And it's just that horrible noise. It's like it sounds like a Japanese woman being stabbed. Like that shit killed me. But like overall, it just was not very good. Yeah, I want to love it, and it's a
That
shame that
movie
it's
was.
Rob Reiner's
I was gonna
final
say, it
film.
was
But
so bad that his son killed him.
yeah, it was not good, and we all know how much I love Spinal Tap, and it just was not great. It did not need to be made, I guess is the thing that walked away from. I was like, you didn't need to
Yeah,
make
when I
this.
heard it was
You
announced,
know?
I was like, "Who's asking for this?" Like, Spinal Tap was great.
Well,
Rob Reiner so
and
he
I
could
think
pay his mortgage.
think we can go back on the show when we were talking about it earlier, and I was like, I love Christopher Guest, and like all his stuff has been consistent. And I'm like, well, he wouldn't come back for just a bullshit project. He has to have something in the tank. And it's like, nah.
He's never made a sequel, right? Like this is his first sequel, right?
Well, technically, remember, Spinal Tap's not Christopher Guest's movie. It's Rob Reiner's movie.
Oh,
Because like, but I even in Spinal Tap 2, even though they're it's bad, I still think the chemistry between those three guys is really good. And like just them being, I just like them on screen together. Like, I don't know. There's something they have, those three are just I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to Harry Shearer these days.
Did anybody watch that Mel Brooks Amazon? Was it History of the World or what sequel? did
Oh,
you
the
do?
part 2.
Yeah, with that?
I watched.
I
one
watched
episode of
that. It was.
I did not like it at all.
Yeah.
It had like occasional. I mean, it's ultimately like a multi-episode sketch series with like Nick Kroll and Ike Barinholtz and like a bunch of people that you might like or you just
I
might
those
not like.
people.
Yeah.
And but the thing is like all of the skits are kind of dumb and don't like it's just it's not a Mel Brooks thing. It's like them fucking around with a property that he signed over to them and that's it.
I'm gonna say something very terrible, with all due respect to the legacy of Mel Brooks, but he should be dead. Like, just
Agreed.
I mean, he's like I do love Mel Brooks like a lot, and I love his movies, but like, just stop, man. You're like 101. Like him and Clint Eastwood can both just go away. At least Mel Brooks isn't like an annoying like conservative now, like Clint Eastwood is. But remember when Clint Eastwood went to like the RNC and was like yelling at a chair?
Yeah.
All that stuff seems kind of quaint nowadays, doesn't it? Because at least he wasn't like, this chair's the N-word. Like, I don't know. Like,
the N-word was implied.
I mean, he was talking about Obama, so I yearn for the past.
Mhm.
I yearn for tan suit conspiracies and when they were making fun of Obama for putting spicy mustard on a hot dog.
I mean, hot dogs are better with spicy mustard.
I mean, you're not wrong.
100%.
I yearn for the
100%.
times when they were doing all this shit and were better at hiding it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, or at least seem to be trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, it's very very politically charged climate right now. Anything else, Alec?
No, but I will say MOON spells play action is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm just
And I
happy
laughed
everybody
for about
got
5
a
minutes after that.
1994 Stand miniseries reference.
Oh, Nate, you
We
got
talk
to
about
know
that
your
all the
audience.
time on
This
here.
is yeah. I was going to say you got to know your audience. Well, this is like one of the most stand-focused groups that you're going to ever be.
You're all stands.
Yeah, a bunch of stands.
Me and
Alec,
Alec, fucking Alec and I had Alec used to say that MOON thing all the fucking time. I feel like me and Alec talked about that TV show, well, whatever, the miniseries. I feel like we talked about that all the time before the podcast.
I believe
long before
I
the
watched
podcast.
that miniseries on the Sci-Fi Channel twice.
Yeah. I had the VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I remember watching it on ABC when it aired, and then I watched it again like 3 or 4 years ago when it first came onto streaming because I was just like, is this still? And it's like, it kind of is still. It's not great, but it's not bad. Like it's better than the thing they did last year.
It's better than most Stephen King adaptations, I would think. Besides, like, whatever fucking.
I'm not talking about the Frank Darabont stuff, or the what's the guy we all like?
Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of its era, I guess would be a better qualifier.
Yeah.
That's it. Nate.
Oh yeah, I watched 4 Things also.
Jesus Christ.
4 Things.
Were 3 of them Tubi originals?
So, no, but Lake Placid could be a Tubi original. I watched Lake Placid just because I was like, what the fuck? Let's watch
alligator
that again.
movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like fun. It's stupid. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is silly because nobody is taking the movie seriously. Like Oliver Platt is a hippie billionaire crocodile enthusiast who just keeps like flying his helicopter into the lake to study the alligator. It's super stupid, but it's a good way to spend like 89 minutes or whatever. And then I watched 2 action Christmas movies. I watched Die Hard, the original, which of course is amazing. And then I watched Lethal Weapon, the original, which is less amazing, but it's pretty okay. Like it's mostly that Lethal Weapon is a movie where Riggs is the magic pixie dream partner that Murtaugh needs to get out of his rut?
Shane Black wrote that, right?
He did,
Didn't he
yeah.
write? Yeah, yeah.
And it's like it is good, but it's just so like I don't know. I don't think Mel Gibson is a good actor, really. I think that's a
No,
lot of it. It's
take
like, oh,
that.
he's being unhinged and all he's doing is like, rah! But
I
I
mean,
don't
he's
know.
a
It's
piece
not,
of shit, but he's a good
well,
actor.
yeah.
He's
I
doing
don't
really
know.
good.
I don't
Three
know.
In other
I-
things.
Three Stooges impression.
I think other Lethal Weapons are better.
Like
But I
the
watched
TV
those two
show.
and then yeah,
Which one has Jet Li? Is that 4?
that's 4.
That's
Yeah,
a good
which
one.
is not better.
Two,
was
two.
4.
I like 4. 2 is what diplomatic immunity. Like,
Is
Yeah,
two the one
I
with the
think- Yeah,
surfboard
and-
decapitates a guy? Or
I
is
think
that
so.
one?
which one? 2 is the one where Maria Conchita Alonso dives off a diving board and explodes. No,
That sounds right.
Jeanette
Wait.
Goldstein. It's
Yeah.
Vasquez from fucking. She goes to dive in her pool in her backyard, and it's rigged to blow. One of them happens in a not
Man,
Lethal Weapon.
I feel like I've watched all these movies, but I don't remember a thing
The
about
first
any
the
of
first
them.
Lethal Weapon is mostly like new partner. Riggs wants to commit suicide, and Murtaugh's
Is Re-
teenage
Renee
daughter has the hots
Russo-
for him, so then they have
Is
to go.
Renee Russo the love interest in that movie, or no?
She's like the
No, not until
appointed
3.
psychologist or something.
He's in the one.
I
is
think
that
she's in
three
3.
with Joe Pesci.
Oh,
Yeah, Pesci's in 2 also.
Hot take. Loaded Weapon is better than Lethal Weapon,
Loaded Weapon. Hell yeah.
where the whole
Uh,
family is trying to have sex with Murtaugh or with Riggs.
Yeah. Well, and they kind of are. It's also like Lethal Weapon's weird because everybody opens the movie naked. Like the movie's cold open is like a drugged out 20-something lady who's naked and jumps off a balcony of a building. And it's the same apartment building that a Tales from the Crypt episode that I just recently watched also features. So I thought that was cool. And then we cut to Murtaugh, who's taking a bath, and his entire family comes into the bathroom to wish him a happy birthday with a cake. So all of his kids are standing around singing, and we're staring at naked Murtaugh.
Look at that
And then
Riggs.
Riggs is, and then Riggs
No,
is
Riggs
naked in
comes
his
in
trailer, and he gets up and walks his butt over to the fridge to drink a morning beer, and then put his gun in his mouth.
I mean,
Um,
who amongst us?
I believe.
Yeah.
So when Murtaugh was too old for this shit in the first movie, just for funzos, you want to know how old he was?
Like
Is he-
35.
Is he like 46 or something?
41. He is
Okay,
younger than
41.
us, and he was too old
Yeah.
for that shit.
I mean, I'm too old for most of the shit too at this point.
Yeah. But we're still doing it. We're still in the shit.
Yeah, we don't have a choice because, capitalism, boys.
Shout out.
The
Capitalism
last thing I
boys.
watched was Richard Linklater's new movie from last year called Nouvelle Vague, which is a
I didn't even know about
You are
that.
all,
It's like a Netflix-
Nate is all over the board with the shit he watches.
yeah. So the movie is about Godard making Breathless.
Wow. Okay.
And it's so if you can imagine, it's a Linklater style movie where everybody's kind of goofy teenager behaving people, but it's entirely in French. It's all in black and white on film, and
Weird.
it sort of supposes what the act of filming the movie is, which is just that Godard keeps being like, I would like to just film this now, and then everybody's sitting around and everybody thinks he's kind of a screwball, and yeah, it's not very good. Like, it's just because it doesn't
Probably why
it doesn't add
Probably
anything.
why I didn't hear about it.
Yeah. Like, it's not about anything because there's no conflict other than it sort of assumes that
It's one of those it sounds like one of those I mean, that's like Linklater, right? He's very kind of mumblecore at times where he just has those movies where kind of nothing happens. I mean, I feel like he's he's got like high peaks and very low valleys, right? Like it's like, you got the Sunset trilogy, but then you got like Fast Food Nation.
Scanner Darkly.
Oh, God.
yeah.
School of Rock.
Scanner
yeah.
Darkly's a good one, right? You're not
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, yeah. That's one of the peaks.
I really like Scanner Darkly a lot. One of the I'm going to say that obviously Blade Runner kind of doesn't count, but Scanner Darkly might be the best Dick adaptation.
Yeah.
It is. I think it's a better adaptation of Blade Runner is.
Well, that's why Blade Runner almost doesn't count because, like, Blade Runner, while an amazing movie, is kind of an awful adaptation of the book because it's
Yeah, it's not
hardly
really.
anything
It's
like
not
it.
about do androids dream of electric sheep, really.
It's like,
Um,
well, it's like kind of like we talked about before with like Running Man, right? Like the original Arnold. I love that movie, but like it's an awful adaptation of the book. But anyway,
yeah. So yeah, the only conflict is really that Gene Seberg, who is the actress who's in Breathless, is supposedly like not into the way that Godard does things, but she's also played by Zoe Deutsch, who is not a very good actress,
I don't know who that is. Who is
her
Zoe Deutsch?
French is like it's really bad, and I feel like it's trying to be intentionally bad French because she's supposed to be American and speaking French. But I've looked at clips, I've like seen clips of like the real Gene Seberg speaking French on TV in the '60s, and she's competent at it. So it's just like it's just dumb. It's not. It's a real jerk off of a movie, is basically what it is, and good for Linklater to be able to do that for himself. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it's funny that you said he had a movie that came out last year, and like, he's a pretty big name. I would have thought that that would have trickled into my film talk, you know what I mean? But like nobody talked about that movie, and I swim in nerdy ass movie circles. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, it's just, I mean, for making like Breathless being a very important like French New Wave movie, this
Sure, of
movie
course.
isn't trying to do anything interesting or even trying to do a new wave style thing. It's just sort of like
Yeah.
a black and white fake documentary of them making the film with Linklater style like campy writing, and it doesn't have anything to say. It's a waste of time, even if it
Shout
can be
out
fun.
talking about artsy fartsy movies. R.I.P. Bellatar. You are awesome. I don't think anybody here is besides maybe Nate. I don't think anybody's watched any Bellatar movies.
Isn't
He was
that
My
cool.
second favorite tar after Lydia.
the old
Right.
MMA
Yeah.
fighting?
My third favorite Mortal Kombat X character.
Bellatar was pretty sick. He made a lot of weird ass movies. Anyway.
Uh, Sean.
Oh, sorry, I got dog situation happening. I watched The Scanner Darkly, which
Nice.
No shit. Oh hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I know we talk and we've never been like anti Keanu Reeves, but he's such a good fucking actor and he's so perfect in that role. And like
Oh yeah.
it's such a creative. I mean, I didn't really care for Waking Life a whole lot, which was I guess kind of
Yeah.
like the test run of that movie. But we did Scanner Darkly on the show, right?
No. We talked about it. I don't think we ever did an
Oh.
episode on it.
Oh, we did. Anyway, great movie, love it. And I want to touch on a couple. Like you guys always get me the best gifts. So Alec a couple years ago got me the Melvin Van Peebles Criterion Collection. So I started getting my way through
Oh
that.
yeah.
So I watched the Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song, which is like, are the Ramones the first punk band, or is fucking Sex Pistols the first punk band? Is this the first blaxploitation movie, or is it something? You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it's
right.
so
Yeah.
good. Melvin Van Peebles is a really interesting guy, as like a playwright, expat. Super. I'm really interested to see the story of a 3 Day Pass because I've never seen it. I have seen the other two movies in it. So shout out to Alec. Nate also one year got me this really beautiful folio edition of A Scanner Darkly that doubles up with Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which I'm like, it's like so nice. Like I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean? Like it's a big
Yeah.
hardcover slipcover, but I was thumbing through that. Speaking of, I wanted to read some books. I'm going to talk about books for like 2 seconds.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's okay. I talked about a book when you weren't on the show a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh, okay. I wanted to redo the Sprawl trilogy because like Neuromancer is like Neuromancer is a
Hell
book
yeah.
like I can speed run in the same way some people can speed run Super Mario 3 because I've read it
Mhm.
so many times. Hell yeah. I can read
Getting
that.
blurred out, but I got Count Zero right here.
Yep. I can read that book in like 2 hours and not miss anything.
Oh yeah.
So I thought I had the whole Sprawl trilogy. I do not. I have Neuromancer and I have Mona Lisa Overdrive, which is like a super interesting book also. It's kind of a Rashomon is told from like a bunch of different perspectives. I guess is it Burning Chrome the second book, TJ, or is it Count Zero?
The second book is Count Zero.
Count Zero.
Burning Chrome
is the short story collection.
Short story
Yeah.
collection that has Johnny Mnemonic in it. Yeah.
I've never read Count Zero. Is Molly in that?
It's so good. Kinda. She has it. She
Different
shows
name.
up for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and Count Zero. Did you read? You didn't read it yet.
I've never read it.
Oh, because Count Zero is kind of interesting because it's kind of like another heist book, kind of like Neuromancer
Yeah.
is, but a little bit different. And I mean, like all Gibson stuff, like there's some really cool concepts in that in Count Zero, and like obviously, like I mean, I could talk for hours about William Gibson and the Sprawl trilogy specifically, but that shit is like fundamental to like my personality. Like I absolutely cyberpunk is my favorite subgenre,
Yeah.
and those
Current
three
reality.
books are like those three books are like my favorite fucking books.
Is-
And I'll give both
we
of you credit. Let me suck both of your dicks real
Oh my
quick,
God.
Nate and Sean. Both of you guys have written some pretty seminal books that I would put in the same kind of
Aw.
vein. Like I love the well, you guys write in a very similar style, I think, to
I
Gibson. Like
steal a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's like the entirety of my cyberpunk book is like references and
Yeah.
Let him
double
Yeah, but it's not
consonant
like-
names to
it's-
make sure that it mirrors Molly
not-
Millions and
Let him
whatnot.
praise
Yeah,
your
but it's not
seminal
like-
vein.
it's reference, so it's referential, but it's not Ready Player One where
Yeah.
you're like, remember this
Whoa,
scene
whoa,
in
whoa,
fucking
whoa, whoa,
Snow
whoa.
Crash.
Snow Crash. I want to go back to Snow Crash because I like
hate
Matt,
Snow
but
Crash.
I've never done it.
Sorry.
Um,
Yeah, I hate that book.
TJ has made this point, and I think he's right. And it sucks now because it doesn't
What?
make sense he knows what I'm going to say. It doesn't make sense
yeah.
in present day. But Neuromancer has the best opening line. The sky was the color of, what is the exact line? The sky was the color of an off-air
The
television.
sky, yeah, the sky was the shit. Now I fucked up, but
Yeah.
it's the sky was the sky was the color tuned to a dead channel.
Yeah,
Something
So
like that.
fucking
I
good.
fucked up the line, but
but like
yeah,
it's
it's just
funny.
you can see that in your head.
Yeah.
It's like static.
But
TV
now
static
it would
in
just
the
be
sky.
blue, I guess, or black. No, big recommend. I want to read Count Zero, but I've been trying to read a little bit more. Lastly, there's a book I haven't started reading yet, but I think most of the people out here would be interested in it. It's called "There Is No Anti-Memetics Division." It's like a narrative.
I like the title.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a narrative roughly based on, and one of you guys can help me out. What's that shit in Control? It's like that series of like people in the early internet days. They would submit these weird stories, like they were mostly made up. Like, we saw an
Oh.
entity, descend into the Arby's. It's such SCP. Does that sound right?
It's,
Copy pasta.
yeah, what
What's that?
it is like copy pasta.
Yeah.
But no, he's talking about. I can't think of the name of it. I know what you're talking. I can't. Yeah. Also, did anybody see the trailer for the new Control game? It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. Also, there is a Neuromancer show, I guess, that's in the can or coming out or something, which I'm sure will be terrible. But anyway, I'll cede my time to Gogs.
Now I'm here now.
No, I'm over here.
I also watched four things.
Four things.
One of which being Tim Curry's Clue. I love that movie so much.
I'm the butler.
I
Well, what
bundle.
do you do? I bundle.
That movie is, I don't know, joke after joke. I love it. It's tremendous. Go watch Clue. Madeline Kahn's a dish.
Flames.
I was reading something about it after you texted me about it the other day.
Yep.
Did you know that they released, depending on where you were, different endings in different
Yeah.
theaters?
It
So
confused the
people
shit out
all
of
got
people.
different endings.
There's three different endings. They're all plausible. And depending on where you saw it, I don't know if it was based on region or theater or what. So people were coming out of that movie talking about it, and they're like talking about the ending. It's like, that's not what I saw. And then when they released it on home video and everything else, they put all three in. But I think the first time I ever saw it was like so many other things on like channel 54 on like a Sunday afternoon, and they'd show all three ending. It's just, I don't know. That movie's just silly. I love the jokes. It is. I put it up there with, it's not quite an Airplane, but it's in that same kind of. It's in that echelon for me. I love that movie so goddamn much. Also, it's directed by the same guy who directed My Cousin Vinny, which I found out on this last viewing.
Which one's a better movie?
That's a great question. I think My Cousin Vinny's a better movie, but I think that Clue is funnier. I love My Cousin. My Cousin Vinny's fucking triumph. I love that movie. Joe Pesci just two Utes. I watched so I watched I'm gonna talk about him as one thing. I watched Prometheus again, and I watched
Oh
Alien
no.
Covenant.
Oh, you did back to
Okay.
I
back.
back to
Why?
backed them because I wanted to know. Uh
Is this a
here
Southland Tales situation where you just thought you were
so
missing
here
something, but
no, like
no?
no. Like so here I have a weird take on this. Like
Okay, I'm listening.
both movies suck.
I don't think that's a weird take at all. I
That's
think
a
most people
that's a
agree with
funny
you.
way to start your take.
But
Scorching hot take.
but like like if you take a second and take a step back, like if you take a step back and look at what was trying to be done, the
Well, at
concept
least
and the story is cool. Like
yeah, I don't think I think we've all said that. I feel like that's the thing. I think a million years ago we had an episode on Prometheus. But that's the problem with that movie, right? It's incredibly frustrating
I
because you
did.
want to like it.
so Covenant makes
I did.
Prometheus better.
I disagree that the story of Prometheus is cool. I hate the ancient alien architect narrative. I'm sorry, this is a personal
Uh,
thing.
I mean, I don't
I
care.
I like Prometheus as a standalone movie is garbage. Like it's just it's up its own ass so much that it's come back out its own neck. Like it is bad. But like when you watch Covenant and you sort of see like the world building that Prometheus set up, you're kind of like, oh, like I like the idea of like David like rejecting his like rejecting his human masters and being effectively the universe's supervillain because he genetically engineered the xenomorph. Like I don't hate that. Like, but it's executed not great. And the CGI xenomorphs are awful. They look like dog
Yeah, they
shit.
look real bad.
Like if they'd done practical effects, and if it was just a little more like if it was not so like ham-handed, if it was done with a little more deft touch, I think the story is interesting. But like, and it's a complete narrative. It makes sense as much as it needs to make sense, but it's a shame because I think it could have been cool. Like it could have been, as someone who is super passionate about the alien universe, like it could have been a lot better than what. Like it's disappointing to see.
Is it tough? It's kind of tough to be really passionate about 3 out of like 7 movies,
Well,
right?
right. Well, so here's the other problem, right? Like
Yeah.
we are now hitting the problem where my Star Wars fandom is isolated to the minority of the films,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
back in the day, you could be like, it used to be, I loved all the movies, and it's like, well, I loved half of them, and then Rogue One showed up, and you're like, well, I like the majority of them again, and now
Well, you liked did you like Romulus?
Romulus was okay. Like
Yeah.
Romulus is the same thing. Like there's like stuff about it that's really good.
Romulus is like a lesser Rogue One kind of alien
Romulus
movie
is
where it's
like
like,
Romulus
yeah,
is
this
the
is
most like
serviceable. It doesn't have to exist.
Yeah, I would if I had to compare Romulus to any Star Wars movie, it would be A Force Awakens. Because my problem with Romulus is
Fair.
it's so trying to just redo Alien and like you got to put every catchphrase in there and you got to put the fucking what's his name, the Hobbit guy in there and like you stay away from her bitch and it's like she's got to have the shoes and she's got to be in her underpants and it's like okay like and it's also like a woman with black hair and it's like okay
Did anybody
can we
watch
just
the show?
I watched the first
no.
episode.
I put it all in the Plex and I've yet to watch it.
I started watching the second episode, but like I guess here's an indictment on Alien Earth. Like I watched the first episode and I started watching the second episode. I stopped for whatever reason and I never felt compelled to put it back on.
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
Like
I've been there.
but like
I think my thing with like Prometheus and Covenant is that the interesting like stuff about origin of life, philosophy, and religion that's in there could be cool. But why didn't Ridley Scott just make a different sci-fi movie where
Yeah.
people are doing churchy shit instead of trying to shoehorn it into this? And
Like,
it just reeks of
also,
like, well, we couldn't get
But-
these movies
but
greenlit
then-
without saying it's
but-
Alien.
But the thing that was annoying too about Prometheus, right, is that like, so they went out of their way to say that like the fucking, so like, okay, so you think it's going to tie into Alien, right? So the engineers are the space jockey guy, right?
Yep.
And but they went out of their way to say no, 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 this is different. It's not that. And it's like, why? Like what? I don't know. I just, and I know this, we've talked about this to death, but like it just goes back to the same thing of like, why do we need to know the the aliens are cool because they're scary and they pop out of the fucking
and they're
walls,
unknowable.
and you
Yeah,
don't.
they're unknowable.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
when
the
you're like,
more
oh,
you
they're
ex-
part Noomi
Well,
Rapace, part
the
cyborg.
Halloween sequels / reboots remakes thing,
Yeah.
right? It's like it's always scarier when you don't know.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know, and I
Also,
forget. I think somebody here said it, I believe, but you know, with the original Alien trilogy, you had three very unique films, right? Like three very well, even four. I'll
Yeah.
give, even though
Yeah.
four is a mess, four is definitely unique. And then like now it just feels like very generic. And even with the Prometheus, like I mean, I will say I hate we all know how much I hate Prometheus. It looks good,
Yeah.
like it's
Visually, it's
shot well,
cool.
and
Well,
like the
the-
art direction is great.
the first four are very like director driven movies, I think. Like, you
Yeah.
can tell who did what, and I guess Prometheus, to its fault, you can tell it's later Ridley Scott, but the rest of them I don't know or care who made it or why. Like, and it's a simple like, a cosmic horror, God made you, he hates you, and he wants to kill you. But like again, like with all the David and the goo and the who's a fudge and the you're my dad, and like who gives a fuck?
And you got what's his name and the fucking old man makeup
Oh,
for
that
some
shit's
reason.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched
Anything
them.
else, Mr.
Yeah, I
Davis?
watched the last thing I watched was in trying to like clean up my list of stuff to watch for pre-molies, I watched Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme.
Oh, I was meaning to watch that. How was it?
It's a Wes Anderson movie. Like Sean's gonna hate it.
Well,
I
Alec
I mean,
hates
that
it
Sean's
more.
not gonna hate it because he's not gonna watch it.
Correct.
He's not gonna watch.
like,
I'll hate it in absentia.
I feel about it like you'll hate it on just principle. I feel the same way about this that I feel about was it Rocket City or like
Asteroid,
Astro City, whatever the last one was. Like it's full of like fun, quirky performances and like interesting. There's shit that made me laugh. There's stuff. It's got a stellar cast, but like at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, and I know I'm probably the absolute last person to this party, but I'm like sitting here going like, all Wes Anderson talks about is like familial bonds and like trying to like mend bridges and like, did he have a terrible childhood or did he have a wonderful childhood? I can't figure out what it is, but all of his movies are just about like parent-child relate, and this is no different. Like you have Benicio del Toro, who is excellent in it.
Of course, he's always good.
Yeah, he plays a something akin to like Tony Stark meets Donald Trump. Like
Weird.
like imagine if Donald Trump was smart, like that kind of
Justin Hammer.
yeah, like sort of a villainous billionaire is redundant, but like a villainous billionaire.
Right.
And like the CIA is trying to like put a kibosh on him by like undermining this weird quadruple land deal situation he's got in this country that's made up, and he's brought his daughter who just recently joined a convent to come along as his second because he wants her to be the heir to his fortune because he keeps getting
I think
attacked and like
that actress's mom is, I think, Kate Winslet. It's somebody famous.
maybe, but like he keeps getting in plane crashes because people keep trying to kill him. Like it's interesting, but it's not like I don't love it's not. So I've still never seen the Royal Tenenbaums. I've still never seen Rushmore.
What?
I know. Wow,
Oh,
right?
Whoa,
Like, those
whoa,
are the
whoa!
two
you
you
haven't
have
seen
to see.
Yeah,
Those are I
those are
haven't
the.
seen. My first Wes
Those are
Anderson
those.
movie ever was A Life Aquatic. Um,
I mean,
Okay.
that's a great too.
I
Royal
love
Yeah,
Life.
Tenenbaums
you got it.
is the only good one of all of them.
Which one?
Royal
You don't like A Life
Tenenbaums.
Aquatic?
No.
Do you like
Oh, I love
my
it.
favorite? Those two, since I haven't seen them, I can't say it's whatever. But my favorite is the Grand Budapest Hotel. I fucking
I love that one
love
too.
that movie.
Yeah,
But this is not up there. This is like
you gotta watch. You gotta watch the Royal Tenenbaums. That movie is amazing. I mean, I also like Rushmore, but I feel like you'd like Royal Tenenbaums more.
Yeah.
Like Gene Hackman is so good in that movie.
which one
He's
came
so good in that
first?
Rushmore.
Okay.
Rushmore.
But yeah, like
Yeah, and
Is
I
it
think
Bottle
it
Rocket,
was
Rushmore,
Bottle Rocket,
Tenenbaums?
Rushmore.
so I've seen Bottle
Yeah.
Rocket.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I like Bottle Rocket too.
but like this, like I'm saying, like I didn't hate it, but it's just like it didn't. I don't need to revisit it. Like I felt like Astro
Do you,
City or whatever it was.
Gods, do you think Del Toro wins an Academy Award this year between either this or One Battle After Another?
I don't know if they can do that. I wish they could, like by their powers combined. He's great in this movie, and I absolutely love him in One Battle After the Other. Like we've talked about a few small beers, but like right even then when he puts his hands like let's go to work like before he gets arrested, like he is. I don't know, man. He's had like he just deserves a special award for like wildest career with an Anderson named director. Like just here you go. You went 2 for 2. He's great. I do think that I think what's his name? You like black girls, I love them. I think
Sean Penn.
I think Sean Penn's gotta
Oh, he's
gotta
gotta
get
win. Yeah.
best supporting.
he was-
Like
He should win an award just for that tweet where somebody was like, "It looked like they put dynamite under Bro's bed."
like it's yeah. But yeah, that's everything. I did just I'm gonna try and watch. So I would like to ask the group just real quickly between now and the Molies, which I don't know when we're gonna do them.
think next week.
Okay, so I would like to try and watch Eddington and Begonia. Is there anything else that like I on my list I had Ballerina, The Smashing Machine, Mickey 17, Love Hurts, Honey Don't.
You saw Havoc, right? You didn't like it that much.
Havoc's in like the middle of my I liked it. I like the I'm just looking at my list right now. The Phoenician Scheme is right above it's in like the 7 slot for me this year. I don't hate it. I just didn't like love it. Like it's not it's in the top half. But like I didn't know if like Ballerina, if people saw Ballerina, if that's worth. I want to see Eddington and Begonia because I feel like I'm gonna like both.
Ballerina's fun.
Valerie is a ton of fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
And I guess
dogs will like it.
and maybe if I can in time see Running Man. But
I'm looking at my. I feel like there's one you're missing. Eddington. Well, you seen One Battle.
yep.
I really want to see Marty Supreme is on my list, but that's in the theater. I think you're good. I think
I
that'll
can't
be
believe the
it.
Minecraft movie came out this year. I know must have came out early.
Was it?
Minecraft
I
was
feel like they came
no.
out for some reason. I feel like they came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, it feels
I
it
don't
came
know,
out
Chicken
forever ago,
Jockey.
but that's no, it
Yeah.
came out. It's a 2025 movie.
That's crazy.
As was 28 years later, which I do want to see the Bone Cauldron or whatever.
Did you see Warfare?
I love Warfare's in my top 5 right now.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay.
But anyway, that's it. Who's left? TJ?
Yeah. I didn't watch anything.
Nice.
I played a lot of Baldur's Gate 3.
Are you in Act 3 yet?
No. No. But to be fair,
Okay.
I'm taking my time. I'm really trying to find all the like hidden shit. And I'm doing a lot of the side content that I haven't done in any of my previous playthroughs. Though now I'm really kicking myself for not picking a paladin because I was watching this video about how paladin has like probably the most like fun role-playing aspects because you really have to this is so stupid. Anyway, I'll be very brief. So my very first playthrough, I played a paladin, and I don't think I really understood. So when you pick a paladin, you have to pick an oath to swear to. That's like the whole point. And you have to like, so if you're like a justice paladin or whatever, you have to always like help everybody, but you have to stick to that. And if you do anything that breaks that oath, then this guy shows up in your camp and he's an oath breaker.
Yeah.
And that happened to me, but I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I fucked up. I didn't realize that because I'm an idiot. So now I don't know. After I get to fucking Act 3, I'll probably start over again and start a Paladin run. But I've been loving Baldur's Gate 3. It's one of the best games ever. I'm having a lot of fun.
Shout out to Oathbreaker Paladins.
I also finally kind of learned how to properly level my characters. The leveling system in that game is very slow, and you really have to read up on like what shit does. It's not as forgiving as a lot of normal role playing games, and Gogs probably doesn't have this problem because he actually plays D&D. But I've discovered that it's a little less forgiving than like a regular role playing game where you can kind of just spec into whatever and be okay.
Yeah, no, you can build specifically and be incredibly OP if you min-max on Baldur's Gate. And if you don't do it, you might end up like, oh, I can still do stuff, but it's just not as effective.
One of the things I learned in this playthrough is I never respect any of my party. I just left them at their base shit. And then they sucked. And now I was like, oh, you can respec all of them, and I respec them, and now they're great. And I'm like, oh, this game's a lot easier now. Anyway, that's all. I watched a documentary on BBC called The Body Next Door that I really recommend. It's fucking insane. It's it's a true crime thing, but it's about this woman that this lady's like, oh, there's a medical skeleton outside that somebody said, let's set it up as a prank for somebody. Like a medical skeleton out in in a bag in the garden. And you're like, okay, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And then they find a fucking body in the bag, and then where it goes from there is absolutely insane. I did feel like Gogs because I had to subscribe to some BBC channel on Amazon to watch it, but it's very good. You can subscribe to it for 7 days free for 7 days and cancel it, never watch it again. But The Body Next Door, a fucking absolutely insane story. One of these things that you think it's gotten so crazy, and then another twist happens, and you're like, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier. But anyway, let's talk about Firepower.
Boy, let's talk about Firepower. What a movie. All right, so I'm gonna do my absolute best. I did watch it twice to try and, because the first time I watched it, I was like, wait, and now the second time I was like, wait.
You should have invited me over. I would have loved to watch this again with you.
I do think that if we decide to ever have a get together live stream, this is a perfect live streamable.
I don't know. I feel like the Sentinel might be a better redoing. No, you don't think so?
There's a scene. We'll get to it. There's a scene late in the film where what's his name? James Coburn is drinking whiskey and staring at battle plans in his hotel room, and they are just the poorly drawn sketches that O.J. Simpson made of this plantation. It is phenomenal. Anyway, this movie is sexist and racist and stupid, and I love it. I genuinely, and when we get to rating it, I'm gonna have two scores. There's gonna be the score as the movie, and then the score based on how much pleasure the movie gave me. So movie opens. We have Italian Gal Gadot. This old dusty bitch is driving her husband to work, and she's like, bye. He's like, see ya. And it's 80 yard. It looks like donkey shit.
And to go back to Alex's point from earlier, the movie just starts. The movie just happens. The movie, you're just starting. There's a car driving into an office building, and it's just
a nondescript. It could have been fucking Dundalk, and dude gets out. He goes into the building. He's like, I guess I'll check the mail, and he opens up an envelope, and then Hiroshima happens. They couldn't have. I don't know how they had a funeral. They must have buried him in a Folgers can.
Sean told me that the budget for this movie was shockingly high.
$8 million.
Yeah,
in
that's crazy.
$1979.
I
They
think that's
must have spent.
all art. It's all actor salaries, though.
It's
Oh,
they
Everybody
just
here has
rented
got.
they just rented out Antigua and Curacao. Like they just
Well,
Well, TJ had a
I
theory.
think. Yeah, one, I was gonna make the joke that they spent $7 million on this explosion because it looks amazing. They bought that building and it exploded it. But no, my theory on this movie, I don't know if we watched it on the show. I feel like we did, or at least we talked about it on the show. I think we watched an Adam Sandler movie, like Grown Ups 2 or something. And that movie, like, it was just Adam Sandler's and his buddies going on vacation, and they got
Mhm.
Netflix to pay
was like
for it.
Grown Ups or
That's what
something.
this
Yeah.
That's what this
Yeah.
felt like. This felt like they were like, "Hey, we got $8 million and we're going to like the tropics." You know what I mean? Because it just didn't feel like it's like a movie kind of happens, but it felt like they were just kind of fucking around.
Well, yeah. So
Maybe
anyway,
it's some kind of like heightened reality where the fact that they grifted $8 million to go on vacation is also part of the plot of the narrative, but it happened
shit,
in real
dude.
life.
I'm in.
Wow.
That's a fucking movie. Let's do that. Let's make it.
and then,
I bet we could go to Netflix right now and get the money.
we can also make it about French New Wave. So
And then
then
we'll own CNN somehow.
so now we have a funeral for whatever's left of this guy, and it's like happening in like a downtown funeral parlor, which I guess must be a thing. And Sophia Loren's there, and some other dudes are there, and I guess they're staring at a pile of ash or just some rubble, and then some guy who looks mobbed up leaves, and then dude's brother who got his ass blown to pieces, fucking rolls out and like blams dude in the back, and there's a gun out situation, and then it's fucking firepower, and then we find out that Sophia Loren, she gets approached by she goes back to her house, and this dude who's like, he's constantly wearing a shirt. Yes, Sean.
I will save you from your misogyny. Sophia Loren acts like a drag queen who is impersonating Sophia Loren. She is so in a movie full of like incredibly arch performances. Hers might be the most arch and also the worst.
Do you guys remember the movie Heartbreakers that had
Yeah.
Sigourney
Yeah.
Weaver and what's her face? Jennifer
Jessica
Love
Love,
Hewitt?
yeah,
Oh, okay,
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That feels like the vibe of what
Yeah.
Sophia
Yeah.
Loren's
Well,
doing
she
is
is, like,
like, I'm out to
specifically-
pick up men, and my thing is all of my clothes don't fit correctly, and I'm also doing whatever the fuck
I'm
she's
also
doing.
old as fuck. So she
I felt like she was doing, you know, when like Miss Piggy was on the Muppets and she would try to act like sexy.
Mhm.
That's what this like felt like to me.
What do you mean try?
Oh, sorry.
yeah. She's trying to slime that thing on whoever's got money. Anyway,
Oh God,
I
that
didn't-
is the worst turn of phrase I've ever heard you
I-
say. Slime it on somebody. Good God,
it's not my fault. That's how the character's written. Don't yell at
Jesus
me.
Christ.
Oh,
I mean, are you taking notes from Andrew Tate? What the hell? Oh yeah. Oh, you go.
all right. Well, listen, prove me wrong.
Hey, well, you did say earlier your misogyny
flared
is in
up,
overdrive today. Yeah, that's
That's
Anyway.
no excuse.
So
Right.
so now she gets approached by this dude who kind of looks like the guy from the Warriors, and the entire time he's wearing shirts with belts over top of them, which pissed me off in a weird way. And he's like, "Hey, Miss Tasker, we think your life might be in danger." And then the fucking CIA is like, "Hey, lady, your life might be in danger." She's like, "You're the second person to tell me that. The guy who killed my husband presumably might have also told me that. And they want to offer me sanctuary in Antigua because my husband worked for a pharmaceutical company that gave everybody cancer because of aspirin. And it's run by a rich evilman who's never been seen in real life, but he owns all governments. And I think my best bet is to go live with him in Antigua, but also at the same time, I would like you to get this guy, CIA.
Carl Stegman.
Well, Carl Stegman is the unknown evil.
That's pharmaceutical guy.
That's pharmaceutical evil
Yeah, that's the-
billionaire man.
Also, I said this analog, but fucking, if you were playing this movie would be great for a drinking game. That actually, you're right, Gogs. This would be a good like public movie viewing thing because take a shot every time they say Carl Stigman. They say it 50 times.
His whole government. But
Yeah.
speaking of, like, isn't it like somewhat quaint to be like we're the DOJ, we can't do that. It's like,
the whole
Yeah,
time,
right.
the current DOJ is like, yeah, we stole $10 billion from Medicaid to pay Elon Musk to make a jib jab of Miss Rachel saying Allahu Akbar, but like this DOJ is all concerned with procedure and shit. Go ahead, Gogs.
we're actively kidnapping people, like sitting presidents of countries, but this CIA is scared about going to Antigua and airlifting a billionaire a la Batman with the skyhook. Anyway, she's like, Sophia Loren's like, I think you should go get this guy Jerry Fannin. He good at this stuff. And the CIA is like, Jerry Fannin, we used him back in the day when Blobberty Hoops. He's probably like some sort of gardener now, but he only answers to Hyman Finkelstein, the crime king of the skies. So
all right, so Gogs is making a joke, but that's another thing about this movie. Every time they mention a character, they say their full name. I don't know what it's such.
Yeah, there's a novel series written for each of these people, as if we're supposed to remember,
the
like,
name
oh,
of the rose. I told TJ, I was like, the script for this movie must have been 4,000 pages long.
It is monstrous.
yeah.
So anyway, the CIA is like, okay, well, we're gonna go get Tuco with a heart attack and pull him off a jet and tell him he's got to unretire old John Wick. All right, cool. Hey, Hyman, if you get this guy, the billionaire, back, we're gonna wipe away all your crimes.
Name. Oh, by the way, for you all at home, his name really is Hyman.
His name is Hyman. They say it all the time.
He's not making a joke.
I make a joke about this?
This summer, see Hyman get broken.
Nice. So then,
there you go.
So then, like, Hyman is like, hey, send an emissary to go get the garden fella. And he's like, all right, I'll go do that. And then Jerry Fannin's like, I'm cool, I'm retired. Like, well, Hyman's calling in a favor. He's like, all right, let me go get my body double who looks exactly like
that
me.
phone never rings.
It just sits around eating sandwiches. And then we're going to go see.
Yeah. In this movie, James Colburn has a twin that just hangs out. Like, he doesn't have a job.
Eddie. His name is Eddie. So when James Colburn retired, Eddie retired. And I guess he got them both out of retirement. So now
double 401ks.
So then Hyman gets him and he's like, listen, buddy, I'm calling in a favor, but I'm also going to sweeten the pot and pay you $1 million. And Fannin's like, hell yeah, let me go get the black. So then he goes and
not Gogs' turn of phrase there. They love to say the black. In one point in this movie, I swear to God, in one scene, they say the black like 7 times in a row.
They finally say the N-word later, and that's less racist than when they said the black.
Yeah,
they hit the K so hard in black.
They say the black like he's some medieval executioner, like, oh, call him the black. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, and we'll get into it a little later, but there's a part where OJ shows up in the casino and fucking Colburn says he looks like he should be
like
a waiter
at
an
Alabama fried chicken restaurant.
Dude, would those have waiters? First off, second off,
would they be wearing tuxes, sir?
Like, yeah, wild. I want to go there, but like, this is probably weird to say, but like, OJ was still in his like be nice to white people mode, like before he got like a little bit upset with them later on. So like, he's supposed to be like, some. Thank you. He's supposed to be somewhat of like a, a dangerous
who else we got to worry about?
But like, he's so like goofily pleasant, like, ooh, that guy and the honky. Like, it's like he's very miscast in this.
He's also dainty.
And he's
like,
playing.
I thought he was a big boy. He's a skinny little twink in this movie.
Yeah, he's playing the cold open to Hotel Artemis too. It's like, oh, then this guy's doing a heist.
Well, so him and so are doing a heist where they turn off, I guess, the city. And then they do whatever, but then Fannin
they turn on all the alarms at all the banks so that they can break into one.
Right, I guess it's sort of like a Die Hard with a Vengeance scenario where they're trying to do a little shell game.
Oh, yeah.
But then like Fannin, like in the middle of it, is like, how do you like stealing catfish or whatever the guy's name is? He's like, Is that you? All right, let's go to Antigua. I don't kill people. More on that later.
Yeah. He
So then-
specifically says, "I don't kill people," and I laughed.
yeah, and
Yeah,
Coburn.
he's got a real Zack Snyder idea of I don't kill people going on in this
And
movie.
Coburn's like, oh, it's more like a little snatch and grab. He's like, I like snatch. Let's do
I,
it. So then,
I don't kill people. I light highly symmetrical fires.
bro, okay, so then
fires that, like, while they're supposed to be like an arson, they look like somebody shooting a flamethrower.
Yeah,
The
it's
building.
like- Yeah.
Not suspicious
Well, then
at
also
all.
fires that you immediately run into after the fire happens to search for. That's.
Search for
I mean,
a pill
more-
bottle,
don't do
like
more-
that.
something really
more-
small.
more on that later. So then Hyman has a situation at an airport hangar. He's like, you're gonna tell me all the rules of the deal on my tape recorder, and then we're gonna send off 2 Jerry Fannons and the juice to Antigua. And cool, let's do that then. So everybody's rules are square. And then so James Coburn shows up at the airport and he's immediately getting clocked by people. And OJ's there. But his body double had shown up and has already been juiced in with some other mobster, squirreled away for whatever. And then Sophia Loren is hanging out at the compound. And everybody's like, hey, lady. And she's like, I don't know. So then
nobody's
Fannin-
nobody's gonna laugh at juiced in but me. I unmuted to laugh at that.
I appreciate that. So then Fannin runs into Sophia Loren. She's like, I haven't seen your hog in 12 years. And he's like, great to see you too, lady. We need to figure out if Carl Stegman's here. He needs super aspirin every 7 minutes or his chest will explode. Okay, well, how do we figure that out? He might not be in Antigua. Well, we got to check out his house. How are we going to do that? We're going to send the black to look at his house for a little bit. And then when the black comes back, he's like, it's pretty locked up, but we can't tell for sure. And then Sophia Loren's like, well, how are we going to, yeah, I know how we're going to figure out if he's in the house. We're going to burn it down. And then James Coburn's like, that's a great idea. So him and the juice go shoot a dog with a trank gun and then commit
Couple of dogs.
Two dogs.
and then commit super arson. They roast this place.
Yeah, this is like I don't know. I mean, I said it in the chat, but like GTA ass solution to your problem. Like this is like in a Hitman video game.
Yeah,
where
it's
you
also
can do
kind of
anything.
like Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Like James
It's-
Coburn like sleeps a lot of people till he doesn't. Like it's
Like you want somebody to stop in the middle of the movie, look at James Coburn, and go, "You were in The Great Escape and A Fistful of Dynamite. Why are you doing this?"
yeah. So I forget where this happens in what part of the movie, but anyway, at some point, Sophia Loren like loses her handlers. Oh, this thing was prior. She loses her handlers by like faking a sexual assault, which then gets the police on some dude.
Oh God.
And then
yeah,
there's another
that's-
part where
God.
the juice like saves her from something, and then like from a kidnapping, but like right.
No, it's a cockfight.
No, that's
No,
later.
she-
That's later.
Oh.
Like so she's gonna get kidnapped, the juice saves her, all this stuff's happening, they're running around Antigua, they don't know whether Carl Stegner's here or not. At some point the heavy, the honky, and the black that they refer to are put on the case to find them. The honky they're trying to snag her. OJ and Sophia Loren are walking down the street, and there's this weird drop line where he's like, oh, did you get some food? I haven't had a home cooked meal in a while. Ha ha ha. I don't know what that was even about. Then
What does that mean?
there's like a botched kidnapping, which then turns into a darting and a shark torture scene where a guy is chummed as bait off of the side of the boat by guys who don't kill people, and there's sharks coming in, and they're like, where's Carl Stegman? He's like, I don't know. It's like, here come the sharks, and they're like, he's in Curacao.
The
He
shark,
says-
the shark is
he says
clearly a
spec-
guy holding a fin, and you
Yep,
see his
100%.
flippers behind it, like kicking in the water.
Yeah. But what
His hat.
Coburn says, Coburn yells, "I can see a fin, Lester."
Yep.
Like that's the
Also earlier in the movie, because I don't know why, when Sophia Loren was like down with the bad guys, and the bad guys, a whole cadre of bad guys. There's film about them. There's like the accountant. There's like the accountant's accountant. There's this doctor, and there's this like Heavy who he went to college with. Well, it's Heavy who he went to college with, and Sophia Loren are kind of like plotting on the side. And I wanted to bring this up because he's like
it's so
because
confusing.
they're like okay, let him get the pictures of the compound, but you know what? He wouldn't be able to find first base in a first base factory unless we let him. And I'm like, no one's
Amazing.
ever said that in the history of words.
Also, is there factories that just make first base?
What about
Only
third?
it seems like a missed opportunity to make
second?
second and third at least.
Yeah.
I can understand if you had to retool for home, but anyway, so now they're like, all right, we're gonna fuck off in this like 20-foot boat. And I looked it up. It's 600 nautical miles to Curacao from Antigua. So they sail over there and they're like, all right, well, how do we find him? Well, tell what's his name? Chico Baldazzi. What was the guy's name? Like Albert.
I'm pretty sure it was Chico Baldazzi.
Like they're like, tell him that we're coming to Curacao. And so they send a car to him. And then we get to see it's like Don Montenegro. Like, who's the guy? Who is the guy who runs the casino?
Dominic Chinese.
Dominic Chinese is the Heavy for this guy.
No, this is the character's name.
Oh, fair enough. So
and the guy that runs the casino is a little person.
he's Noodles from UHF.
Noodles Macintosh.
Yeah. So they show up at there and he gives them more intel. He's like, I own a casino and everyone likes to party. And by the way, they like cockfights. And by the way, there's a farm over there. And here's a bunch of money and have a great time. It's like, okay. So then,
all right.
They go and they gamble. Sophia Loren starts moving around other people's bets, which just pisses me off.
It pissed them off too.
Then the Juice shows up. He gets accused of being a chicken waiter. They figure out who the doctor is. Then they go back to their hotel rooms. You look at the hand-drawn sketches of the things that OJ made of the compound. Also, OJ went out to go shoot dice with all the other people of color that work at the casino.
What was that about? Like,
he's like, what up? He's like, what up, blood? Let's go. It was awful. It was so racist.
The movie was very.
I mean, the whole
racist.
movie is all racist. Yeah.
So then,
super racist.
So then,
Michael Winner's a notorious piece of shit IRL.
Yeah.
So then they got the intelligence. Fucking OJ goes and steals a bottle of liquor from James Coburn, and then Sophia Loren. Okay, so first of all, before they went to the casino, James Coburn like throws a dress at Sophia Loren. He's like, "Here, try this on. If it doesn't fit, fix it." And he hands her like a travel sewing kit.
It's like, here, bitch, like go fucking sew your own clothes together.
Also,
like,
I feel like this needs to be stated. When they were in Antigua, his double was just hanging out at the hotel. And then left to make it seem like Fannin left the island, so everyone was caught looking like, I don't know who. He must not be the guy because we watched him leave. Like, Eddie just ate sandwiches.
It seems incredibly impractical to have a double. I assume a double. They never say he's like related or an actual twin. He's just a double.
He's a whole ass double.
Like, you keep him like on a payroll to just for this one. Like, how often does this trick need to be done?
I would think you would use him in like a practical sense, like that wristwatch that Arnold had in Total Recall. Like the two of you could like do some pincer maneuvers.
Or to maybe have two crusties when you might need up to 4 crusties. Then give me a double.
Right. So anyway, so now they're at the casino. Sophia Loren's like, I'm not gonna bang you. Then she breaks in his window and she's like, time to bang you. So then that happens. Oh, also at some point she made the home cooked meal she promised OJ Simpson was scrambled egg sandwiches, which sounds just awful. Like,
man, scrambled egg sandwiches.
It's just eggs. It's just eggs and toast. I mean, is that bad? I mean,
2 more ingredients at a minimum to make that.
I mean,
good.
cheese and meat.
Cheese and meat. Give me a burger and a cheese. That's fine.
I'm with Gogs. Like I can go folded omelet sandwich, but scrambled egg sandwich like on toast. No, I'll take no
scrambled eggs and some toast on the side.
It's like if I took two pieces of pizza stacked on top of each other and told you it was a lasagna. That's not accurate. Like
It's
No,
it's
Hey,
the
hey,
it's
I'd eat those
it's
two
the
pieces of
breakfast
pizza.
equivalent of a hot dog with a piece of white bread wrapped around it. It is
It's a,
barely.
oh yeah, it's a
they call
house
that a
burger.
pizza. They call that a pizza sandwich.
It is poverty adjacent, and they're whipping boats through Antigua. You tell me they couldn't get some spam on that bitch? Get out of here. So anyway, uh, she fucking slides it on him, and he's old as shit, and she's old as shit. So I'm sure it was gross.
Slides in on him is
And
wild.
then
I swear to God.
so they're on Curacao, but no one knows they're on Curacao. So they make their appearance known by showing up at a cockfight, which then draws out Dr. Megatron and the other guy to get into a car chase with them. But then Fannin snatches them up, and they're like, "You're gonna take me to Stegman at your suite of rooms at the Palace Hotel." And they're like, "Okie dokie." So then they do, and they infiltrate that. Like it's like GoldenEye 64. Like he's hiding in the ceiling, just waiting for guards to come under him to get darted. Um,
Okay, hold on. This is the scene where he throws the money down, right?
he goes Pac-Man Jones. He makes it rain all over this. There's an
One guy,
there's
dude, there's two guys. There's two guys. The first guy falls for the money trick, and then the other guy sees the guy on the ground, knocked out. He's like, "What's going on?" And then he fucking gets knocked out. It's literally like a bad AI in a video game.
also
You know what I mean? Like
they're on an elevator that says only penthouse that has at least 2 additional stops on it. So that pissed me off too. Anyway, they make their way up to the penthouse. They got a gun drawn on the doctor. They left the other guy, they left the other dude under an overpass. You're like, oh, they left him stranded in the middle of nowhere, and then it pans to the right, and there's just someone's house like right there. So that was wild. Then they go in there, they're trying to go break up the party and get Carl Stegman. A guy busts in, says the N-word, catches one in the kidney from not James Brolin, whatever the guy's name is. Who's in charge of this movie? Art Garfunkel?
Coburn.
Yeah, James Coburn.
Art Garfunkel. I would have watched that movie.
Yeah, that
would have been better.
So then they get
Yeah.
the drop on these dudes, and they're like, "Where's Carl Stegman?" And then the guy who looks like the guy from the Warriors, who's always wearing a belt over his shirt, walks over to a fake light switch, uses a combination lock. Carl Stegman is just sitting there still in a safe room, like he's like in an actual safe. And they're like, "All right, well, cool. We're gonna take his ass now."
Do you think the writer of the movie heard the term safe room but didn't have it explained to him?
Right,
They
didn't
just thought
understand
that's
what it
what it was.
Yeah, it must be a room that's a safe. So they take him. Then they're like, "All right, let's go to the seaplane that Noodles McAvoy got us." And so they do, or they go to the seaplane. Nobody puts up any sort of hullabaloo. First, they get on a boat, and then on the boat, dude's like, "Oh, my head hurts from being a billionaire. Do you have any aspirin?" He's like, "Okay," and they give him some aspirin. And then they get on the seaplane. They go back to Miami. So at Miami, they pull the seaplane up onto land, which is a wild flex. Like I didn't know that's something seaplanes would do on the reg. But it pulls up, and the CIA's there, and they're like, "Hey, we got you, Stegman." And they're like, "Here's your pass to do crime forever, Fannin. Cool." And then they drive him to, I guess, another airport where there's a potato truck-based assassination
Yeah.
by maybe the
This-
mom.
That mostly
This
kills a
scene-
flight attendant who's getting
Right.
stuff out of her car.
Also, this scene again, like this fucking director loves to just like focus on just the wrong part of the scene for way too long. Because she like the flight attendant is focused on for like I don't know 40% of the scene, and then she's just gunned down, and then like she's not introduced or anything. She just gets out, she's doing her thing, gets killed, and then it's just like. But I will say this scene is kind of badass because when they kill well, what we think, spoiler alerts, is Carl Stegman is kind of badass because the guy just like walks up to him and well, actually, you know what? It's not that cool anymore with in light of in light of recent events.
It's fairly realistic.
Yeah, be more sensitive.
Yeah.
Actually, I missed a whole part, so let's run it back.
You didn't cover OJ
I know,
getting
I
got.
realized that. So I'm sorry. So they boated Stegman back from part of Curacao to another part of Curacao where they gave him the aspirin. Then they pulled up on a dock to then get on the seaplane. And then OJ ties and unties this boat to this dock 40 times. uh, uh, the head of security, warriors come out and play, but not really. Gets into a helicopter with a machine gun, and he starts strafing the whole situation. So he's zapping the boat. OJ's shooting he's got like a mini 14 trying to shoot a helicopter out of the sky. James Colburn's trying to do it with a snub nose 38. He needed the fucking thing that Homer would get for shooting down police helicopters. Uh, there's gasoline everywhere. OJ manages to pull the boat away from the dock, even though it's still tied to the dock in every scene. And then he got Nicole Brown Simpson and lit on fire. And then Sophia Loren is left there, and James Coburn flies away with Stegman. Then you get the potato-based, potentially mob-style assassination.
Yeah, when he was getting shot on the boat, the fact that fuel started popping up didn't make any sense to me.
No,
because like the shots went through like the cabin, not the under part
he
where I
must
would
have just had
assume
like
the
extra fuel
would
in the glove box, and that's what leaked out all over the place.
Yeah, this goddamn scene with the strafing helicopter, it felt like it lasted for half an hour. It was like
forever.
Like I was like, is this ever gonna fucking end? Jesus Christ!
So
also when the bad guy's like, "Why'd you kill?" Or Sophia Loren's like, "Why'd you kill OJ?" He's like, "Eh."
Well, yes. Then Sophia Loren goes and hangs out with the heavy, and she's like, "Well, that seemed unnecessary." It's like, "We got to make it look good, baby." And then so then Stegman and James Coburn fuck off to Miami. Fucking OJ's having a Viking funeral. There's a potato-based mob-style assassination at the airport. They bring Hyman back in. They're like, the CIA is like, "You must have done it." It's like, "Well, you guys might have done it. Who knows?" They're like, then James Coburn, I guess, using all the authority of an unlicensed bounty hunter, is like, "Let's go to the morgue." So they all go to the morgue.
They're all just like, yeah, it's just like, okay, sure, you got access into this. You're not actually law enforcement or anything, but
because he
whatever.
has like a moment of clarity. He's like, "Wait a minute, a guy who's taking warfarin sodium shouldn't be taking aspirin. Let's go talk to the doctor." So they talk to the doctor, and doctor's like, "I don't know, dude's fucked." And he's like, "Well, I can tell that, but like, is he full? Like, if a guy had like super heart problems and he took 1 trillion aspirin, well, what happens? Like massive hemorrhaging." It's like, "Well, is that happens?" Like, no. It's like, "Well, that cuts it." So I guess Stegman's still there, and he must be the doctor. And also OJ's dead. So I'm gonna go have terms of enragement, or whatever the term is, terms of revenge, whatever that episode was of Archer, where he just
terms of enrampagement.
That was it. So then he's like, "I'm just gonna take Noodle's boat ship plane back to Curacao," and he does. And he shows up and he scopes it out, and he puts Rolex based timed mines on everything, and he does like the sexiest like garrote,
GoldenEye,
like his garrote pose where he's like got his like arms behind his head waiting for some dude to like,
he looks like Manute Bull preparing to shoot a free throw.
He's all twisted up, and the guy comes in,
wild.
He fucking gets him around the neck, and he's like, where's Dr. Doolittle? And he's like, "He's in the back." It's like, what's the He's trying to press information. Then a guy comes through with a whole ass sword, and he whips him around, and dude gets stabbed. And then I think then sword guy gets shot. Anyway, so then James Colburn's like, "Hey, there's a whole ass fucking bulldozer." Meanwhile, while this is all happening, all this prep work's being done, the heavy is talking to his boy, because the doctor turns out was Carl Stegman the whole time. He's drinking a glass of milk in the middle of the afternoon, like a tall, like a Pilsner glass. Like a
it's like a McCoyle's from It's Always Sunny level of.
I love milk.
I've been on a milk kick lately. There's nothing wrong with drinking a big glass of milk in the middle of the day.
But it's too hot for milk. Milk was a bad choice.
Oh, I remember when I was managing that nonprofit, I hired a guy, and he came in, and for lunch he had like a house glass of milk, and we didn't have glasses there, so he must have brought it with him. And I told my admin person, I'm like, "We gotta fucking fire this guy. I can't be having this lunatic drinking house milk."
So he's drinking.
Also, this scene as he's drinking. Are you about to say this? Because I thought this was another hilarious. He's just like, "Damn, that Sophia Loren, I can't wait to fuck that
what a
bitch."
dish. He's like, so him and his buddy are like, "I met her when she was with her husband, and I just, something happened, and she let me know when I told her that I was Carl Stegman. She didn't seem shocked. She was just like, I like money and power. Let me slide that thing on you. And he's like, that's awesome. So now we're here. So then James Coburn drives a whole ass bulldozer through multiple rooms of this house.
That's the best part of the movie, by the way, because these, first of all, it's shot really poorly, and you can tell that they just kind of did it because, like, the shit doesn't look like it's supposed to. You know what I mean? It's not like
in
a lot of
weird
movies.
Ways. Like, it's
yeah,
just,
like shit is like kind of it's like gimmicked, right?
Yeah.
For using a wrestling term. And no, this is they just were like, fuck it, run the bulldozer through the house. Like,
You think
whatever.
somebody like said, yeah, you can use my house to film? And they were just like, they came home later that day to say, what the fuck just happened?
So then he goes through there. He's got no protection on either side of him. There's no doors on this bitch. He's just driving around, plugging people with his 38, bulldozing the room to hell and back. Finally gets to Stegman, grabs him. Sophia Loren just sashays out of the back of the building where an apocalypse is happening. It's no longer structurally sound. He's like, hey, lady, lock him up and let's go. So then they go out and he's like, get in the red. Like, there's a bunch of fucking caballeros or whatever, like sitting outside, like with guns. And he's like, oh, don't worry about them. They'll just fuck off when something explodes. And they was like, makes his way to the red Jeep. So before Stegman gets it. And then he puts Sophia in. He's like, can you drive? She's like, I don't know. I'll try. And then her goofy ass is like laughing her way. She's like, I'm doing my best. Ha ha. Like, it's
like
so,
grinding the gears. Like,
yeah. She's like, isn't this fun? Like, and they start driving all over the plantations. And we have this prolonged chase with her dumbass, like just driving like an idiot. You got fucking Coburn taking pot shots at people. Meanwhile, his Rolex bombs are slowly exploding all over the place. In one scene, the helicopter is chasing him down and like calling things out. And he's calling, their call signs are helicopter. It's like helicopter to white Jeep. Like, we see them coming on the plantation. Helicopter to truck. They're coming your way. Like, the police like Dukes a hazard over some road work and slam into like a pile of turnt watermelons. They get towards the seaplane again. At this point, a bunch of Jeeps have blown up. The helicopter explodes and rains fiery debris on 3 dudes on horseback. They make their way to the dock. The main heavy second in command guy sees that everyone keeps exploding, but he drives his Jeep down there. So he's getting James Coburn's getting his plane ready to go. Sophia Loren turns again and releases Stegman, gives Stegman a gun. Stegman's got the gun on Coburn. Coburn's like, you bitch. And she's like, I like money and power. But then not enough, because when Stegman tries to shoot him, she karate chops his ass, and then fucking James Coburn like hip fires like an M16 into dude and then loads him onto the plane. And then Sophia Loren's like, you're not gonna turn me in, are you? He goes, no, you saved my life. Pump some gas. So then they cut more gas. They cover the whole dock in gas. Meanwhile,
this part is so stupid.
Meanwhile, the bad guys are running down the dock, hip firing like grease guns. But the one guy goes, try to only hit Coburn. Like, he's like, you are praying and spraying. You're not even aiming, but you're asking for precision assassinations. I think they reused the same footage of the plane taking off.
Absolutely, like 5 times.
And then
and again, remember the gas thing that Cox just said, because these guys are shooting on this dock for like half an hour, and then the plane finally takes off, and then James Coburn like makes this impossible shot where he's sticking out of the side of the plane, shoots the flare gun.
Also, like, the way the gas is coming out of this is that there appears to be like a gas can with a hose and a pump that's just sitting in the
center
cockpit
of the cabin, like
that. He just hangs the like pumping gas hose up as they take off.
It's spilling everywhere. That's going to strip all the paint. Like, so he lights them on fire. These guys are all burning. They throw themselves in the water. And then the resolution we get is the next thing you know, we're at a party where James Coburn is not. You don't know what happened to Stegman. All you hear is 2 rich people talking about, well, if they could get Carl Stegman for tax evasion, what does that mean for us, clutching their pearls? Oh, isn't that Harry Humplesmith, the 4th richest man in the world? And then Sophia Loren's coos gets all damp, and then she slimes her way over to him, and she's like, I always like men with power. And that's the movie.
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
That's the fucking movie. Good Lord, this fucking movie.
This movie
I
is wild.
I talked about this analog, but I thought this has never happened to me before. I thought this is the weirdest thing. So on the Plex, where most of us watch our movies, Plex will put they put all the movie information, all that crap, the synopsis, the actors, and all that. But they'll also put reviews. They'll put user reviews. I don't know where they pull those from, but they'll also pull like Rotten Tomatoes reviews, that kind of thing. And there was the first review that was on there was a user review, and it's like, in Firepower, James Coburn returns as Fannin. This time, not as a thief, but as like a hitman. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is like a sequel. So he's been Fannin in other movies. I Googled for like 45 minutes because I was like, this can't be. There has been no other movie where he's played this character. It was like, I don't know. It's the strangest thing. I don't know what this person was thinking. It was very odd, but it sent me down a rabbit hole to nowhere. So I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. I've never experienced that before. I just thought it was very odd. Maybe it's the dead internet theory and it was just some bot that was fucking with me, but it was very interesting.
So I read that this movie was originally conceived at its earliest form as its Death Wish sequel, written by John Milius.
Correct.
Oh,
and then
yeah, that would have been
Charles Bronson refused to be in it because he wouldn't have somebody more. He couldn't be in the movie with somebody more famous than him in the movie, being Sophia Loren. So then they recast it with James Coburn and made it not a Death Wish movie.
That's hilarious. Yeah, because we talked about it last week, but this guy directed all the Death Wish movies.
James Coburn said, and I quote, I did it for the money, the locations, and to work with Sophia Loren. The director was Michael Winner. He's probably one of the weirdest guys I've ever met.
It's the
that tracks.
Gog's Jaws 4, the Michael Caine. It's like,
oh yeah,
how'd you like the movie? He's like, well, I've never seen the film, but the house I bought is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just
yeah, this movie is something else. Geez, I don't even know where to start. Alec, was your favorite part of this movie
the plot?
The bulldozer.
Yes, actually.
Gotta be the bulldozer.
The bulldozer. Just it reminded me of that documentary Gogs talked about a long time ago. About the guy, I think, in the Colorado town.
Yeah,
like modified a bulldozer with armor and just like destroyed a whole town.
Marvin Heemeyer, the Killdozer.
Yeah, he had a beef with the it wasn't Gunnison, it was another
town.
It was a different town. Granby, maybe.
Granby.
Yeah. He was pissed off about something with local government and
the best part
welded
about
a bunch
that
of panels onto his bulldozer.
The best part about that is he like BioShock, he kept leaving like audio cassette tapes of his ramblings that people were able to find and like listen to like his audio journals as he like unfolded. Yeah, no. The Killdozer was
the bulldozer great. Is 1,000,000% the best part of this movie. That like minute and a half is
it's amazing.
It's like
almost makes watching the movie worth it. Almost.
It keeps going. Like he doesn't just go through like a room. He goes through like no less than 6 rooms.
Well, it's like we've said before with Michael. His name's Michael Winner. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
He has very odd like instincts because he just some things that aren't important. He like sticks on for too long. But then I guess I should say he just kind of sticks with everything long. So sometimes when he stumbles into something cool like a bulldozer scene, it kind of works.
Yeah.
I don't know. We talked a lot during the synopsis. Do we just want to get into 5 knuckle shuffles?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I have no idea how to score this fucking thing. Alec.
1.
Oh.
Okay.
1 for 1 bulldozer.
Nice.
If I would have had more bulldozers, I would have got a higher score, but only 1 bulldozer.
It's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
What a turd. I've never watched a Death Wish movie.
Never.
So I don't know what they're like. I mean, I understand. I know what the plot is just from context clues.
They're angry
and-
Republican gun revenge movies.
Yeah.
Death
So
Wish
this
3 is
isn't
a lot
too
of
far-
fun.
This isn't too far off. But this movie is a turd and a half. It's so bad. It's so boring.
It's poor.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Gogs made this movie sound a lot more fun than it
Well,
is.
Gogs
because-
Gogs has
Gogs
that
didn't
talent.
do it.
That's like one of
That's
his
the gift,
greatest
yeah.
gifts.
Something Gogs
The boy
didn't
with
point
all the
out is
gifts.
how many scenes in this movie are just 5 old men in a room talking.
There's everyone.
Like
The average age of this cast had to be like 48.
50.
Like everyone in this
Yeah.
movie's old as shit.
And that was back when 48 was the old 70.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you barely sniffed at 48 back in 1979.
Yeah, it's a 1. Needs more bulldozers.
Hmm.
TJ.
God, it's either a 4 or a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I enjoyed parts of this movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as The Sentinel because it's not as insane. And whereas The Sentinel had moments that were just absolutely balls to the wall insane, this movie was just racist.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it was still insane. Like that part where Sophia Loren like fakes like a sexual assault is like, okay, like why'd we do that? Also, the guy she's running away from, black guy. Every part of this movie is like super racist.
If
Like,
there was
it's
a
real-
racist choice to be made, they made it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it-
exactly. And I said it before, but like that you said, well, you also said it, but that one scene where they get OJ, that one guy, he was just dying to say that N-word. Oh my God. Because he gets it out and he's just like
He was a
obviously
kid at a
not-
birthday party. Like he could not
Oh my
say
God,
it
he was
fast enough.
so excited. He was so excited. This movie is hilarious, though. I will say it's not, to me, like the parts that are funny because they're so bad were enjoyable, but man, like it's just so much talking about nothing. Like they just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And it's like, what are we even talking about? Like it's like a I always use this because it's the first movie I think of with talking. It's like a Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, but like nothing they're saying is interesting. It's all just gobbledygook. Like it's like, and again, they feel like using the characters' proper names all the time. You know what I mean? Like in normal conversation, like you don't use everyone's full name all the
They're
time.
dropping
It's
government
very-
names the entire
It's
time.
very odd. It just doesn't feel natural at all. And like I don't know. Again though, the parts that are funny are very fun. Like you know, they fucking stage like a fake kidnapping at a fucking cockfight. It's like what the fuck? Like
I think that was a legit cockfight, by the way.
I
Like
mean, maybe
I think one of
yeah.
those animals died.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it
think this
definitely
would-
did.
Yeah, it's
And everyone's
it's a
like-
movie.
And then like, yeah, I guess the point was to be seen because Sophia Loren's sixth out like she's in like a tangerine dress.
Sophia Loren is maybe the worst actress I've ever seen in my life. Also, thanks to Nate today, I found out Sophia Loren was she was married to Mussolini's son, which is wild. Like I had no idea. That was insane to
Shout
find
to
out today.
OBJ.
Yeah, right. OJ is really bad. I think Sean may have said it, but like he has got that like just like again, the movie's just so racist, but he's got that like, you know, ultra happy, like don't
He's doing
you
a
know,
Hertz commercial through the whole movie.
it's very hard for me to say what I want to say without coming off as being racist, but he's doing that like, don't worry about me, white people.
He's being a little toonish.
yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yes, yeah.
He's code switching to hell and back.
I
Like,
said tune.
I know what you said.
Okay.
I understand. But anyway, this movie it's fun. I mean, again, if you want to watch, I feel like Michael Winner is a guy now that I need to investigate more because he's definitely got a style. I don't think we touched on it at all, but the editing in this movie is as insane as the editing in The Sentinel. Its stuff is just smashed together, stuff lingers forever. Stuff like things just kind of happen in his movies. Like I don't know if he even hired an editor. Like maybe they just shot this all the way through and were like, fuck it. But yeah, it's a 6 for me, dog. Nathaniel.
It's a 4. I'm leaning the other
Yeah.
direction. It is like I laughed a lot
Also,
watching this.
valid, by the way. I was very conflicted.
Yeah, like I laughed a lot during this, but the plot is an inscrutable mess. And like even hearing Gogs recap it, I'm like, I still don't really understand what this movie was supposed like you don't know what it's supposed to be about at any given time. You're just sort of along for the
I
set
guess
pieces, I
at
guess.
the end, it's about Sophia Loren being like a weird, like millionaire Black Widow. Like I don't know.
Kind
Like,
of, yeah. That's
yeah,
yeah. No character makes any sense. No character is defined. Like the double being kind of gay and not doing anything is weird. Like it's just it's just like it's not a good movie by any
oh,
stretch of the imagination, even though it has some parts in it where you go like, oh, this is redeeming because you can make a list of all the weird fucked up shit in this movie and go, oh, surely that is a good bad movie. But the truth is it really is a slog to sit through for much of it, right? Because you already covered, like, it is just a bunch of old men sitting in a room talking, and like, we can record
yeah,
a podcast at home.
right. Well, they didn't have podcasts back then, so that's what they had to make movies like
Yeah,
this.
we gotta call Michael Winner up. I also did find out just insight on Michael Winner. Apparently, he avoided national service in the UK by claiming he was gay.
Good on him.
So, insight to the mind behind Firepower.
So by you saying he claimed so he wasn't actually gay. He just said he was gay to
I'm
avoid
pretty sure
going
that-
to
I'm
It's
pretty
his
sure-
version of Bone Spurs.
Yeah.
So like I just by the by, apparently in Turkey, you can be gay in the military, but you must be a top. You cannot be a bottom in the military. I swear to God,
Hey, I've
look it
seen
up.
that. I've seen you've seen that Turkish wrestling where they're like smacking each
Yeah.
other. Like that makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, it's a 4. Sean.
It's a 3. I don't know. Like I have affection for movies that look like this and the sets and the wardrobe and the practical effects, but like yeah, it is like the plot is ludicrous. It's I don't know. It's fucking oh, why can't I think of not the Omega Man. What is the spy movie I'm trying to think of? I don't know. It's just
The
like
man
it's
from Uncle.
Gemini Man.
something. Yeah, but crossed with My Dinner with Andre, like it's just like so chatty. Like it was a very,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like the chattiest, and like I'm not sure if it's meant to be a heist movie or an espionage movie or a political intrigue or like I don't know what, but I was like powerfully bored for the vast majority of it, and kind of like don't bookend your movie with shit that looks like fun and then cram all the shit in the middle that like nobody wants to see. I don't know. The pacing is bad. The editing, like TJ said, is just like seems like it's just done at random. Like I think TJ also
That's
said,
the best way to,
he said it
that's
has
the best
like
way to describe
they
it.
had like a curious relationship with editing. Like it's not good. Um, it's just like I appreciate how janky it is, but like for as expensive as this movie is, like it should be a little bit tighter. I don't know. I just like I wasn't fond of it. It didn't reach that like so janky I enjoyed it threshold. Gogs.
All right. So first of all, uh,
Oh,
It better
it's
not be a
it's a
fucking
7 or
10.
above.
and first
Jesus.
of all, in Japan, this movie was called Revenger, which I think is
That's
awesome.
way better title. Yeah, that's a cool title.
Though what is anybody getting revenge on?
Yeah.
Like he's hired to find someone who's done tax evasion, but
Brother, I
also
don't
gives
like-
people cancer with bad
I
drugs.
guess I guess her husband, who she actually didn't care about, got murdered and it was worth revenging. I don't know.
Oh,
Brother.
she's the Revenger?
She's Sophia Loren is prominent on this poster for the Revenger. Just look up
All right.
look up Firepower Japanese poster because the poster for this
I don't
movie
know.
goes hard as hell.
The American poster's pretty
The
good.
poster, the American poster for this rules. This movie is a 3.
Okay.
But-
Jeez.
but-
The way
but-
you preface it, you
but-
gave us all that preference for that.
but it's like an emotional 8. Like I'm gonna say, like technically speaking, on a movie's just as a film, it's a 3. It is not good. It is a mess. It is convoluted. It is chock-a-block with plot. Like it is trying to do everything. It's succeeding at nothing. But I watched it twice, and I will say this: the first viewing like inoculated me against it. Like after the first viewing, like, what the hell was that? And then at the second viewing, where I didn't have to be like, where I kind of knew where it was all going to shake out, I could kind of pay a little more attention to like just like sort of soak in the jank and the stupidness of it. I had
Soak in the
I had
jank. I like
I had
that.
so much fun watching it the second time. I was like, this movie is a mess. Like people watch the dailies of this and go, yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Like I the entire time I watched it the second time, I was like, I pine for having you guys all in the room to watch this together. I think it would be
Yeah, we would have had a lot of
so
fun watching this
much
together.
fun because this movie, there is nothing competently done in this entire film. And that is like, that's an achievement. Like, it's impossible to be like this bad in all three phases and still, get it across the finish line. So it's a three, but it's a three with a caveat that I kind of low key love it for how just like, like textbook, like you need to study this, film schools need to show this, and like this is how bad a movie could possibly be. Like every choice was wrong, and here we are. Like the plot's stupid, the acting's wooden, the editing is terrible, the effects are bananas. Like everyone's old, everyone's so old.
Everyone's is really old, and it's like it feels
It's
old.
like
It's
if it's
very
like
strange.
fucking Cocoon was a spy movie. Like it doesn't make any sense.
And it has like a funky porno score the whole time
Does.
Yeah, oh,
too.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, and it's
Sure.
racist and it's sexist and it's just terrible. And I kind
And
of
you
look.
gave it an 8.
No, I'm giving it a three. I'm just saying it's an emotion. Emotionally, it's an eight. But in real life, it's a three. So there we have it. We've completed our year. We did it.
Yep, that's it.
We're
So next
from
week.
Saving Private Ryan all the way
So
to
So do we
Firepower.
want to just announce a pick for after the Mollies so we don't forget? Because I feel like we're gonna forget in a week.
Are we
Who's
going
the
to
thread
start
is.
fresh or do we have to run it back off of this?
I'll let Alec make that decision since he instilled the rule.
No, off of this because I already have a pick.
All
Okay,
right, perfect.
What is
What
it?
is it?
Hudson Hawk.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, I've never seen that movie.
Who is
Oh,
it?
it's-
Coburn?
that?
It's something.
Who's
Yeah,
the-
James Coburn's in it.
It's a musical, right?
No, he just sings
No,
to
he
time
just
his.
sings.
Yeah,
to
no, he
keep
just sings a
time.
lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
I love you
okay.
guys,
I
but I
remember
got
there
to
was a
shit, so
Nintendo game.
I'm gonna get off.
Hell yeah!
All right.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Sean's got his shit. Next
Mollies,
week, the
Mollies next week.
Mollies, the
Our
year-end show.
5-hour show.
Stay tuned
It's gonna
for
be
2
awesome.
days before the thing where somebody says, "What are the categories again?"
It'll be me.
Even though I
Okay.
just sent them like 4 days
No,
ago.
no, I know. Thank you. I already saved it in my phone.
All right, boys.
All right, bye guys.
Right, everybody.